This is the story of Titi Branch, a 45-year-old successful businesswoman who built a multi-million-dollar hair care empire. She built this empire from their humble Brooklyn salon along with her loving sister who was her business partner and confidant. She had a loving boyfriend with whom she dreamed of starting a family, but things didn't go as planned as she would be found laying dead in her apartment one day. Why and what led to her painful death is what we would be talking about in this video. Hello and welcome to Twisted Crimes. Subscribe and hit the like button for more stories. This story will be taking us to the city of New York. New York has a population of over 8 million people where more than 800 languages are spoken. Also known as the Big Apple, it has the highest numbers of Jewish, Hispanic, Chinese, Puerto Rican residing in it compared to any other place in the world. New York City is known to house more billionaires than anywhere else in the world. The 399-year-old city is famous for its landmarks, tempting shops, and international restaurants. Titi was born on June 10, 1969, in Brooklyn, New York. She grew up in a close-knit family with her parents and her younger sister, Miko. Titi was a smart and creative girl who loved to read, write, and draw. She also had a passion for hair and beauty, which she inherited from her grandmother, Jessie Mae Branch, who was a hairstylist and salon owner in North Carolina.
That is cute. And your mother is Japanese and your father is black, so you've always had beautiful, curly, just natural hair. But you've also had some difficulty, I guess, finding the right stylist for you.
Yeah, when we were kids, going into salons was not a happy chore of ours. You know, people would like run in the corner once they saw us coming.
Titi and Miko would spend hours playing with their grandmother's hair products and experimenting with different styles on each other. Titi attended the University of Maryland, where she majored in consumer economics. After graduating, she worked as an assistant to a news director at a local news station, but she soon realized that she wanted to pursue her own entrepreneurial dreams. She joined forces with her sister Miko and started a cleaning business, which they ran for several years. But they never gave up on their love for hair and beauty, and they decided to open their own salon in Brooklyn, called Curve, in 1997. Curve was a unique salon that catered to women with curly, kinky, and wavy hair.
Well, I think the natural hair movement, it really started with women, rebelling against chemical relaxers. There were women that were balding, shedding, their hair was thinning. So they really wanted alternatives to, styling their hair and getting their hair back to a healthy place.
Here with the lovely girls from Miss Jessie Hair Care line. And this is Miko and this is Titi. And they just did my hair and I have to say it is lovely. Everybody loved it. This event just had you guys out here now.
Well, I've had it be natural for around 7 years. I have a silk in it. But you can't tell me that I don't look natural.
Oh, baby, it is beautiful. It is beautiful.
And for me, having textured hair, wearing hair with this kind of curl pattern is just wonderful. It's fun, it's exciting, it's me.
Hey,
I don't have more. Exactly. I don't have to do a lot to it because now that I'm silk and I just wet it with the product and there you go.
Titi and Miko were experts in styling natural hair and they developed their own techniques and products to enhance their clients' curl. They also created a warm and welcoming atmosphere in their salon, where women could feel comfortable and confident about their hair. Curve soon became a popular destination for women. One of the products that Titi and Miko invented in their salon was Miss Jessie's Curly Pudding, a creamy formula that moisturized and defined curls without making them crunchy or greasy. They named it after their grandmother, who inspired them to start their hair journey. They sold their first batch of curly pudding out of their salon in 2004, and it was an instant hit. They realized that they had created something special, something that filled a gap in the market for natural hair products. They decided to rename their salon Miss Jessie's and expand their product line with more items such as curly buttercream, curly meringue, and baby buttercream. Miss Jessie soon became a household name in the natural hair community. The products were featured in magazines such as Essence, Allure, and Oprah. They were also endorsed by celebrities such as Alicia Keys, Halle Berry, and Jada Pinkett Smith. Titi and Miko won several awards for their achievements. They also secured deals with major retailers such as Target, Walmart, and CVS, making their products accessible to millions of women across the country. Titi Branch was living her dream. She had built a successful business with her sister from scratch, she had made a positive impact on the lives of many women who struggled with their hair identity. She had earned the respect and admiration of her peers and fans, and she had enough money to enjoy a comfortable lifestyle. She also had a loving boyfriend named Anthony Spadafora, whom she met online in 2012. Anthony was an entrepreneur himself, who owned a beard grooming business called Maestro's Classic. He seemed to be supportive of Titi's career and shared her passion for hair care. He even became her business partner in Maestro's Classic, which they planned to launch together. But behind the scenes, things were not as perfect as they appeared. Titi was suffering from depression, anxiety, and low self-esteem. She felt insecure about her appearance, her age, and her relationship. She also felt overwhelmed by the pressures of running a multi-million-dollar company and dealing with family issues. She confided in her sister Miko that she was unhappy and stressed out. Miko tried to help her sister by encouraging her to seek professional help and take some time off. She also noticed that Titi's boyfriend Anthony was not good for her. He was controlling, manipulative, and abusive. He isolated Titi from her family and friends, made her feel guilty and unworthy, cheated on her with other women, stole money from her bank accounts, threatened to expose her personal secrets, and even physically assaulted her. Miko warned Titi to leave him, but Titi was too afraid and too in love. On December 4, 2014, Titi Branch somehow ended up dead. She was found in her apartment in Manhattan, New York, with a plastic bag over her head and a note on her computer.
In December of 2014, I got a call from my dad. I don't think I've ever heard fear. I don't think I've ever heard sorrow or sadness in his voice. He has some bad news. He said, Titi's not with us. And I didn't know what that meant. I realized that he was telling me that my sister passed away.
Her death shocked and devastated everyone who knew her. Her family, friends, colleagues, and customers mourned the loss of a beautiful soul who had touched so many lives with her kindness, generosity, and talent. They also wondered what drove her to such a desperate act. What was the final straw that pushed her over the edge? The answer came from an unexpected source, Anthony Spadafora. After Titi's death, Anthony wielded exceptional control over while fully aware that her mental health was severely compromised, her sister claimed. She further said in just 2 years Anthony, age 43, managed to extract hundreds of thousands of dollars from Titi to launch his own beard care business, Maestro's Classics, $420,000 to buy and renovate a Pennsylvania house, and a $135,000 interest-free loan. Her sister further said, Titi was at the point of kicking Anthony out her life, but she could not because Anthony threatened to publish all the compromising pictures of her which he had taken. Within days of her death, he peppered her grieving parents with emails claiming he had a new will drafted by Titi giving him 50% of everything, according to the suit. He also took his girlfriend's computer and refused to return it to her family members unless they forked over Titi's expensive Cartier bracelet, but by the time they gave it to him and he dropped the laptop, it had been wiped clean. According to Miko, Anthony admitted that he had been cheating on Titi with another woman, whom he had impregnated. She was shocked Anthony got someone else pregnant even though wanted to have children with Titi, but multiple rounds of in vitro fertilization failed, leaving Titi drained and despondent. He said that he loved both women and wanted to be with both of them, but he couldn't handle the situation. He said that he told Titi about his affair and his baby on the day she died and that she reacted badly. He said that he tried to calm her down and make her see reason, but she wouldn't listen. He said that he left her alone in her apartment, hoping that she would cool off and call him back. But she never did. Miko was outraged by Anthony. She realized that he had been lying to her and to Titi all along and that he had driven her sister to death with his cruel actions and words.
So although Titi's death was reported as a suicide, my family and I were just not clear that that's exactly what happened. And at the time, Titi was working very hard to have a baby. So that process kind of defies someone who would want to end their life. The list went on of all my wishes of what I should have done or what I could have done. But as I was going down my list, I realized, you know what? My sister knows I love her. Titi knew that on this earth, where she is in heaven right now, she knows it now. And because we had the opportunity to spend all that time together, there were so many more times that I had to look back on, and the moments of us loving each other, which far, outweighed any argument we had, any fight we had, any dispute we had, any disagreement.
She decided to take legal action against him, accusing him of having undue influence over Titi's estate and business affairs, and of causing her severe emotional distress that led to her death. She filed a lawsuit against him at Manhattan Supreme Court in 2015, seeking $130 million in damages. She claimed that Anthony had used Titi's vulnerability and mental illness to gain access to her money and assets, and that he had used them to fund his own lifestyle and business ventures without Titi's knowledge or consent. She also claimed that Anthony had forged Titi's signature on several documents, including a will that named him as the sole beneficiary of her estate, a life insurance policy that paid him $2 million upon her death, and a contract that gave him 50% ownership of Maestro's Classic. She alleged that Anthony had used these documents to claim Titi's fortune after her death, and that he had tried to prevent Miko from accessing Titi's personal belongings and business records. She also alleged that Anthony had harassed and threatened Miko and other members of Titi's family after Titi's death, saying things like, "You're next," and "I'll kill you too." Miko demanded that Anthony return all the money and property that he had taken from Titi and that he be held accountable for his role in her death. The lawsuit is still ongoing as of 2023, and no verdict has been reached yet. Anthony has denied all the allegations against him, saying that he loved Titi dearly and that he was devastated by her death. He said that he never cheated on her or stole from her, and that he never forged any documents or threatened anyone. He said that he was the victim of a smear campaign by Miko and other people who were jealous of his relationship with Titi. He said that he had nothing to do with Titi's death and that she had been suffering from depression long before they met. He said that he tried to help her overcome her issues, but she refused to get professional help or medication. He said that the email he sent to Miko was written in a moment of grief and guilt and that he regretted sending it. He said that he was not after Titi's money or fame, he only wanted to honor Titi's legacy and wishes, and that he had the legal right to do so. He said that he was willing to cooperate with the court and provide evidence to prove his innocence. He said that he missed Titi every day and that he would always love her. He said he wants to make peace with the family. "I don't want to see this turn into a war. We do hope the truth of the matter will surface in court soon. Our deepest condolence to the family of Titi Branch. May her soul continue to rest in peace." Thanks for watching. Please stay safe out there, and I will see you in the next video.
Hey friends, help me practice uncovering and solving mysteries by filling out the form on the homepage of my website at RacqiRoadTV.com. Let's do this. Thanks for your support.
Hello everybody, I am Raquel and I will be doing a reading on Titi Branch. What happened to Titi Branch? Titi Branch was the co-owner along with her sister Miko Branch of Miss Jessie's hair care line. It was ruled a suicide, but the question is, what really happened? So we will be diving deep into that. She had a boyfriend, Anthony Spadafora. Now, this was requested, and I thank you guys because this is something I'm trying to do. So if you have any suggestions, make sure you go to my website, and there is a prompt on the homepage to submit your suggestions, okay? Or you can email me. That'll work too. But at any rate, when I first looked into this and read it, automatically I was like, this boyfriend has something to do with it. I mean, it's just so many red flags on this situation, right? But let's get into it. Okay, so when we look at Titi Branch's cards, we have the false person card, right? That was number 8 at the top. She's the one who held the power, okay? She was one with the vision, okay? Lady in red. She was a very vibrant woman. And the guy you see in the back of this card, I feel like that's her boyfriend. And it's funny because in this card, I see W, C, M, and S. That's the first time I noticed that. When I look behind them, there's a lot of flames. Not that fire is bad. I'm a fire sign. But in my mind, when I see that, I automatically think about like hellfire, as if he wasn't a good person, right? Again, it says false person. She had high expectations of this man. And you see this woman looking out the window, kind of like just dreaming with these expectations. She was dreaming. She was letting what could be get to the best of her. Okay, again, I want to state before I continue with this reading, this is for entertainment purposes only. Okay, this is just what I'm picking up, not to be taken as fact, but I'm telling you what I'm picking up, right? But for legal reasons. So anyway, she had very high expectations. To her, this 8 + 2 is 10. That's a completion. To her, this was the end all be all. This was going to be her man. This was going to be her happily ever after. Then you have the privileged lady here with 12 at the top 3. She was she was very creative. I mean, she was able to come up or be a co-founder with her sister Miko in this business. And this business was creating connections for her. Okay, and he's seen that. He had his own beard care line. And so he knew what she was, right? He knew that you got the gift card, that she was the gift, that she brought the gifts, that she could create more gifts. She was worth her lot. Not only was her just energy and aura vibrant, but one thing about vampires, they know. They always are looking for the light. They're attracted to the light, but they know the potential of the light, but they are what they are, right? They're leeches, they're vampires. Despite what they're attracted to, they suck from that, right? And then sometimes, you're looking at your woman and she's doing all this and you've got the similar interest. It becomes a competition. Jealousy begins to be at play, right? And this woman just wanted the best. She had all good intentions when it came to her and this man. So now we look at his cards. Mr. Anthony Spadafora, I believe his name is, okay? And we automatically have the coffin at the top, 10 completion. So what does that tell you? I mean, I can't prove that he's the one, but that's the first card that dropped, okay? So then we've got the imprisonment card, okay? 9 + 2 is 11. That's 2. You got the rat, that 2, so duality, balance. To balance out the score, he needs to be in prison. This needs to be his future. You got the rat here. This is a rat. He has, again, very sinister energy. Then we have the adjudication card. So he could have been facing some kind of legal challenges. It could be something like that on that order. Could have been in the midst of something coming up and dealing with that. Okay. And then we got the lovers card. I feel like he had other lovers that he was looking into. Let's go a little bit deeper. Let's go into the broken mirrors card, right? Let's see what the broken mirror says for this man. Let's see. Again, don't forget to send in your suggestions. Show me Anthony Spadafora. Show me Anthony Spadafora. Show me Anthony. Okay, so unknown caller, stalking, hanging up on unknown numbers. So this man was a deviant. I imagine that he began, even when she decided, I feel like she started to want to get her distance from him. And he had a stalking personality, right? He was watching her because, again, she's the prize, right? And despite the fact that he's doing whatever the hell he want to do, right? He's stalking her because he got caught. See this next one, egg on their face, and shame, backfire, got caught. He got caught in his affairs. He got caught in his sinister nature. So that's what made him try to hone in on her, because she's the meal ticket, right? She's the meal ticket. Let's see if we can get something else from you. So we got the crying nostalgia missing you card, right? So I feel like this was her. She was hung up on the nostalgia. She was heartbroken. She thought this was going to be her end-all be-all, only to find out that she was being betrayed by this man. All right, let's see what else. One more set of cards. What can be said about this relationship between Titi and Anthony Spadafora? Okay. So for him, she was a firm foundation. Okay. She was the breadwinner. She had it together. Okay. She was the one who could see forward. She had a knack for business. She had a vision. And he was looking towards her. He was watching her. Okay. And he was just waiting it out. He was waiting it out. As he was walking off, doing what the hell he wanted to do, he was waiting it out. But the thing is, that fool got caught. He got caught. Got the third eye chakra card out as well. I believe also she was even getting messages spiritually about what's going on, but I believe that she didn't want to see them. That's what I believe. And unfortunately, again, like I said, she had caught him in some things and he didn't want to deal, he couldn't deal with that. And so he wanted that money. That's what he wanted. That was what he seen her for. His reasonings for being in a relationship was more nefarious. Her intentions were pure. And he took it upon himself to get his money any means necessary. And he had his plot. So he figured he'd go ahead and take her life. And that's what I believe. That's what I believe. That's what I feel. Let me say that. That is what I feel. All right, you let me know what you think. Thank you so much for tapping in again. Don't forget to share your suggestions and let me look into a case for you, okay? Love you guys. Until next time.